If you want to understand eschatology, I would start at Daniel chapter 2, assuming that you already believe that Jesus is returning. If you want to understand the events of eschatology, Daniel chapter 2 outlines the kingdoms that will exist on the earth. In Daniel chapter 2, Nebuchadnezzar has a vision, a dream of a statue. It has a head of gold, a chest of silver, an abdomen and thighs of bronze, legs of iron, and feet of iron and miry clay. The head of gold is Babylon. The chest of silver is Medo-Persia. The abdomen and thighs of bronze are Greece. The legs of iron is Rome. And then the iron and miry clay is a reconfederated Roman Empire ending with 10 kings. Those 10 kings are the final empire that will exist right before the Antichrist shows up. In Daniel chapter 7, we see those same empires, but now they're depicted as beasts instead of a statue. The first beast looks like a lion with eagle's wings. That's Babylon. The second beast looks like a bear that's standing on one side with ribs in his mouth. That's Medo-Persia. The third beast looks like a leopard with 4 wings and 4 heads. That's Greece, because after Alexander the Great died, his empire was split up between his 4 generals. The fourth beast is beyond understanding. There's no description of it really because it's just a monster, apparently. It has horrible looking teeth and claws, and it's trampling everything down. We learn that this is the Roman Empire, right? The interesting part is in Daniel chapter 2, there's 5 sections of the statue, and in Daniel chapter 7, there's only 4 beasts. And the fourth beast, according to Daniel 7, exists all the way up until the time the saints possess the kingdom. So what you're looking at is a reinvigorated Roman Empire, which is spoken of in Revelation chapter 13, rising up out of the sea. The sea generally represents the Gentile nations because the Jewish people saw the Gentile nations as sort of like the unstable ocean. You didn't know what was in there, and it wasn't a good place to get lost, right? So the beast that rises up out of the sea has 7 heads and 10 horns. Those 10 horns represent the 10 kings that will exist. They're also in Daniel chapter 2, the 10 toes. There are 10 horns in Daniel chapter 7. The scripture says in Daniel 7 that out of these 10 kings, the Antichrist will arise and subdue 3 of them, pluck them up by the roots. He will establish his own kingdom. The harlot that rides the beast, the false religion, is burnt by the 10 kings because they're going to point you to worship the Antichrist, not any other religion. The scripture says that the Antichrist will not worship the God of his fathers, will not respect the one loved by women, which has some different interpretations. But either way, we know that this guy is not going to be a normal dude. He's going to be imbued with the power of Satan himself. He's going to be indwelled by Satan. There's only 2 people